big one. Is this for senior night? Supposedly.
Hello and welcome to the APN live stream of Arcadia Boys Volleyball against Hoover Volleyball. I'm Max Sedford, your APN correspondent and Wii Sports expert. Today I'm joined by JV player
Aaron Fong.
Well, Aaron, how do you think the game's going to go today?
Well, I have pretty strong faith that Arcadia will pretty much win against Hoover. Hoover's an okay team. I don't want to jinx anything, but I have faith in Arcadia.
All right, and what do you believe are the predictions for the game score? Is it going to be a 0-3 sweep for Arcadia, or do you think it's going to be a bit of a tough one?
I think they'll win pretty fairly, like maybe 25-15.
Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us at the APN live stream. I'm Max Sedford.
I'm Aaron Fong.
And we'll see you guys on the court. Well, it looks like the game's about to get underway here. So, what are you thinking the tactics for Arcadia is going to be?
Well, of course, they have to maintain their basic skills, such as serving and server receive when the other team is serving to them. Serving and passing is a huge part of this game, and that's pretty much the basis and the foundation of all the plays.
All right, now, what do you think is Arcadia's real strength out on the court?
Well, I believe that they have really strong servers, such as Michael Tomoto, and I believe, well, Michael Tomoto is just one of the stronger servers. He has a really mean jump serve, and I'm hoping we get to see it today. They just have to maintain that consistency throughout the game.
All right, well, we'll just have to hope so. And again, like you said, it's definitely looking in favor of Arcadia here. Hoover with a 0-7 standing in league, and Arcadia with, I believe, a 3-4, maybe
I
a
think
2.
that's correct, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3-4 standing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely in favor of Arcadia, but like any game, it's always unsure until the final whistle blows and the game's over.
See what happens.
Well, that was definitely a good start off to the game for Arcadia there. Is that a point for the Apaches there?
Mm-hmm. Being served by Michael Tomoto. And Billy with the kill.
Very strong. I'm seeing a lot of good teamwork on Arcadia's side. They're really calling each other, the ball out for each other.
Yeah, communication is key in this game.
That was a great save by Michael Tomoto, but
unfortunately, it went in the net.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Hoover's coming back a little bit. They're definitely not going to make it easy for Arcadia.
Yeah, they have a lot of energy right now. Let's see what happens.
So volleyball is a long game, and anything could happen.
Yep. Oh.
Like you were saying, communication is key, and we were seeing some miscommunication on Arcadia's part there. They didn't really know where each other was going or where the ball was. And, well, I guess that resulted in the point for Hoover.
Billy had some good defense there. That was a free point for Hoover. Serving is key in this game.
Both sides are definitely going to be careful of that, making sure they're not giving away points, because it's definitely looking like it's going to be a close game. They're definitely both very evenly matched, at least so far. So they're going to need to be careful not to give each other points. And it may end up being the deciding factor of this game may be whoever gives up the most points.
Yep. Miscommunication. It happens to everybody.
Yep, and like we're seeing, if you do not communicate on your team, you're going to fall apart there, you're going to give up points. Some great defense on Arcadia's part, good teamwork from Noah Morton and who was the other player there?
Junho.
Yeah, definitely good teamwork by those two guys. They're really working together there, making sure Hoover didn't have a chance to get their own spike on the ball. So who was that did that there, that spike?
That was Junho Park.
That was
Opposite.
a real good spike by him. Made sure that Hoover could not recover, couldn't save it.
That was freshman Brian Liu, I believe, who just spiked it.
It was a great spike, real hard, real fast. Hoover didn't even have a chance to react to it.
And unfortunately, another serving error by Arcadia.
In a game where it's so obviously that they're outclassing the other team when it comes to skill on the court, they can't be affording to give up points like that.
Mm-hmm.
Point for Hoover there after that nice spike from them.
It was very good placement, right in the corner. Great pancake on Hoover.
It was amazing last-minute save right there. What happened there, Aaron?
Hoover, one of the players, they ran into the net, which is illegal.
Again, just mistakes, giving away points.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not something that Hoover can afford to do.
Good defense by no one.
This was a nice set of volleys on against the two teams,
Mm-hmm.
and but it ended
Really
up
good
being
rally.
Noah finishing off the finishing off the set for a point for Arcadia.
Kill by freshman Brian Liu again.
We're seeing a lot of nice sets to him. He's really he definitely looks like he knows what he's doing in that position. He's ready to spike it in, get it right in the good spots that Hoover can't react to.
He has a great vertical and an amazing swing.
Great defense by Noah. Completely stopped the Hoover spike in his tracks. Some good teamwork on Hoover's part. They really managed to fake out Arcadia there and managed to get it over them.
That was smart placement. And a serving error on Hoover.
Like we said, can't be giving up those points.
Hopefully Arcadia takes advantage of this. Timeout on Hoover.
was a great serve by Arcadia to get the game started off again.
He came back ready from the timeout.
Just a little bit out of position there on Hoover's part, and they couldn't recover. Great spike by side there. A little bit of a weak serve there on Arcadia's part, gave Hoover the point.
It's important when serving that you keep your shoulder back and not too far forward, or else it's going to go into the net. And a rotation error on Arcadia.
What's that?
A rotation error. There are certain switches that you can't make, and people have to be in line with other players. And when you cross each other, it could be illegal.
I see. Well, it's definitely another thing that Arcadia has to be careful of. Can't be giving away easy points like that. Another point given up by Hoover. It's definitely not something they can really afford to do.
And a serving error on Arcadia.
Same with Arcadia. They can't afford to be giving up points like that.
Oh. Unfortunately, that did not make it in.
Real close, but just out.
Great up by Ryu and Lee.
And nice cleanup by Brian there. Looks like another timeout on Hoover's part.
Yep.
Another easy point given away by Hoover there. It's definitely not something you can afford when Apache's getting this close to the game limit, game score. We're definitely seeing some over-eagerness on Hoover's part there. They're getting too excited before the ball is even over the net, and it's causing them to just hit it right back in there.
They really have to learn to control.
Great block by Sai. Anyone with size height is a definite advantage to any team they're on, especially in a game like volleyball where size can mean a ball going over the net or getting stuck on the wrong side.
That was a great putback by freshman Brian.
It's definitely a strong spiker. Is that the right term for it, Aaron?
Yeah.
I've always wondered, why do they call them spikes in volleyball? Why not smashes or slams?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Well,
It sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, I get a spike would be cool, but rather than called a spiker, they could be called a slammer or a smasher.
I think I like that better.
They should put me on the board of naming things for volleyball.
Great save by Hoover. And the ball rolls on the tape.
Now that's putting Apaches at the game's point there. They need one more, and then they'll win this game. Huge lack of control there. Gave Arcadia the game. So what do you think the deciding factor was in that game right there?
Well, as you could see, it was a lot of serving errors and just controlling your body.
I definitely agree with you. It was definitely all control there. That's what decided it. I was seeing a lot more control on Arcadia's part. They had a lot more setups for spikes, a lot more teamwork, a lot more communication, whereas Hoover, it seemed like they were more reacting than acting.
Exactly.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Max Tedford, resident Wii Sports champion, I'll have you know. And again, I'm joined by...
Aaron Fong.
Now, after we saw that game right there, we're definitely seeing a lack of control on Hoover's part. Don't you think, Aaron?
Yes, their swingings are very wild, sometimes going out, sometimes going in the net.
So we're definitely might be seeing more of that in this next game, but maybe the coach is saying something to the Hoover players, pumping them up, motivating them. Maybe we'll be seeing a lot more control, a lot tougher of a game next game. What do you think the Arcadia coach is telling them?
They're probably telling them to stay consistent. We saw a few too many serve errors on Arcadia's part. Those are easy points, and it doesn't even take that much effort. It's all on the single server, which is something that they really need to learn to control.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us on the APN live stream of Hoover's volleyball versus Arcadia volleyball. We'll see you guys back on the court for this next game. Well, looks like the next game is about to get underway. And what are you expecting? About the same thing as the last game?
Probably, but I'm hoping for less serve errors on Arcadia's part.
As we all, but you never know. Hoover might take a step back, think about it, and start controlling themselves this game.
They have good energy, which is a very good thing, but they just have to control their body to use it.
Well, we're definitely not seeing more control on Hoover's part, because that was a nice, easy serve by Arcadia there to start off the game, and Hoover just was unable to do anything with it.
Now the shank on Hoover.
I'm seeing maybe like a loss of morale on Hoover's part. Is that what you're seeing?
They do seem a little bit less energized.
Yeah, I feel like maybe last game's results kind of demoralized them. Maybe they're less enthusiastic about this game. They're less thinking they have a chance of winning and more thinking, how soon can I get this over with?
Great kill by William Wang.
Again, we're seeing good control on Arcadia's part, great placement, and Hoover's just lack of able to respond to it.
That was a smart hit by Hoover, right on the line.
Well, that was a real good placement on Hoover's part. Got it right in the corner, right where it was hard for Arcadia to respond to it.
That was in. Another great hit.
Another good placement by Hoover. We're definitely seeing more control right now. And maybe they're going to start turning things around, start controlling the ball more, and really start thinking about what they're doing.
A bit of a tight pass on Arcadia, and Hoover took advantage of that and blocked it.
We're definitely seeing a lot more control on Hoover's part. Maybe a little less energy on Arcadia's or something. I don't know what's going on with Arcadia, but I'm definitely seeing a little less enthusiasm on both sides, actually. But right there, we're seeing, again, lack of control from Hoover, giving back points to Arcadia.
Great serve by freshman Brian Liu.
And there's the lack of communication that kills every team. Hoover just not talking to each other and allowing them to Arcadia to get the easy points. Hard hit on Hoover's part. Really didn't allow Arcadia to respond to it.
Seems like Hoover's more energized after that.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a return of morale for them. They're definitely ready, thinking they can get back in this game, get back in this match.
Great kill by William Wang.
Even as I say that, Arcadia just demoralizes them again. Giant spike right into the middle of their court. This is definitely looking like a close game, way closer than the last one.
Good touch by William Wang and Tsai, but unfortunately they blocked it out.
Definitely seeing some smarter plays by Hoover here.
And a tip into the donut.
Good control that we've seen on Arcadia. It's really helping them out against this team.
That was a shank on Hoover, and they were unable to recover.
those easy points being given up by Arcadia there. Players got to be careful.
And spike by side, sorry.
It was a great spike, great placement. Even more really good placement by Arcadia, really nice control, really allowing them to take back this game a little bit.
Another great block.
Great defense by side there. Lack of control on Hoover's part, slamming it right into the net.
Mm-hmm.
Another timeout on Hoover.
It looks like that hit would have been going out. Unfortunately, we touched it.
Definitely a mistake on Arcadia's part there. Got 2 into the game, wasn't really thinking about what was going on.
Good defense.
Ooh, great defense on Hoover's part.
That was a really good block. That was out on Arcadia. Unfortunately, I think that set was a little bit too far out, and the hitter unfortunately hit it into the antenna.
Another great defending by Hoover's players there.
Unfortunately, the ball landed out.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping Arcadia from getting their own spikes, but if they're not careful, they're still going to give Arcadia the points.
That was out on Hoover.
Again, we're seeing a lack of control. It's definitely one of Hoover's biggest flaws here, and it's definitely what's killing them during this game. So if basketball is called b-ball, does that mean volleyball is called b-ball?
That's how I usually abbreviate it, yeah. Can't think of
word.
any other V-ball sport.
Yeah, me either. What about Vocker?
I'm not too sure about that.
Does that mean soccer's called S-ball? No, that wouldn't work. It would be F-ball. But that's only in other countries, not in this one.
Yeah.
The intricacies of sports that no one thinks about. Another point for Arcadia there. Lacking control in Hoover, launching it right out of the court.
A little bit of trouble on Arcadia's side.
They managed to get it back over the other Hoover side, just thanks to their control of the ball and their communication.
It's a good hit on Hoover.
Yep. Arcadia tried to defend it, but all they ended up doing was deflecting it away from their backup players.
Straight up by Billy Yu.
Great spike by Arcadia there.
Right down the line. Lack of control on Hoover's side.
They're just giving away the game right now. The lack of control is giving Arcadia. I think they've given Arcadia at least half their points just from hitting it out.
Precision is really important in this game. It's not always about power. An exciting moment for Hoover. The player in the different colored jersey, the libero, is usually mostly a defensive player, so it's really rare for them to be able to get an attack.
Definitely. It's definitely looking like they're energized by that little point there, but will they be able to capitalize on it? Well, we'll just have to see. Seeing a little bit of a weakening on the defense from Arcadia there, allowing the ball to go right through their arms.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
Communication is key. More than control or strength, communication is what makes or breaks teams.
And it's not always about calling which ball is yours. It's also telling your players which ball is in or out.
Or saying which ball is theirs.
Yep, as you can see right there. And Arcadia calls a timeout. Hopefully they fix their communication.
What do you think the Arcadia coach is telling them right now?
Communicate.
Talk to each other, tell each other what's going on. Come on, guys. We don't need cell phones to do this. We're right next to each other. Just say it. Like, that's probably what he's saying right now. He's probably saying, hey, if you need to, pull out the walkie-talkies, be like, over and out. Here I am. That's your ball. Well, it's 18-16 right now, Apaches, but Hoover's starting to make some gains.
They're definitely gaining a lot of momentum.
Hopefully Arcadia can take something from that talk with their coach and start communicating with each other. Or maybe they won't have to without Hoover's playing. Hoover keeps giving them points. Honestly, the Apaches could sit down, take a nice rest, maybe take a nap. Let Hoover win the game for him.
Lack of control on Hoover's side.
Giving away those points.
A good touch on Arcadia, but unfortunately they were unable to block the ball.
Yeah, they got to be careful with that. Can't be careless with where they are. Got to be aware of what's going on.
They really have to close the gap between their arms and the net, or else it waterfalls down their body.
It's a big lack of control on Arcadia's part. We're seeing a definite certain energy coming out of the Arcadia bench right now. A lot of anger and frustration as this game's getting so close. A lot closer than they expected. And if the Apaches aren't careful here, Hoover could take this game. Strong spike from Hoover. Right where the Arcadia player couldn't hit it back up.
A bit of a tight pass, but Billy Yu was able to save it from a good set from Alex Yan. Great save by Ryu and Lee.
We've definitely seen a little less control than we saw last game on Arcadia's side.
Yeah.
Balls are going a little bit more wild. They're not getting set as easily. Maybe Arcadia got a little bit too cocky this game. What happened there?
I'm actually not sure.
Well, whatever happened, it's now putting only a point difference between Apaches and Hoover, with only 5 points away from the game point. That lack of control really killing the team right now. It is now tied at 21-21.
Now it's all a game of mental awareness and just being ready to come back and shake it off.
It's looking like Arcadia. Oh, that's looking like Hoover pulling ahead. You know, somebody looking at Arcadia might need to be Taylor Swift here and shake it off a little bit. He's definitely getting frustrated and allowing their emotions get the better of them. But that sometimes their emotions help out with that strength right there. It's a nice hard hit, allowed the Hoover player to hit the ball out, give Arcadia the point.
Tight pass. The joust.
Great
And
placement by Saidasari there.
Timeout on Hoover.
It's a real close game here, 23-22. It's a real tight, and really, you're not really sure who the winner's going to be here. I mean, while Hoover's been showing a lot less control than Arcadia in general, Arcadia seems to be letting their emotions get the better of them right now. They're letting their frustration take control. Whereas Hoover seems to be able to shake it off more than Arcadia's been able to.
Volleyball is not just a physical sport, it's also a mental sport. It's important to shake off all those mistakes that you've made and just move on. Just keep in mind what you got to do right. Do what you know what to do.
right, with this tense game getting back underway.
Good serve out of the timeout.
Great spike by Saidasari.
He killed it.
Yeah, puts them right at a point away from the game point there. Ooh, that was a hard hit from Hoover. Didn't allow the Arcadia player to respond well, caused him to hit it right out. Good set by Arcadia there.
This is a good up by Hoover. Tight.
Oh,
yes!
Spike by Arcadia there. Brian slammed it right into the court there. Didn't let Hoover respond. Really gave them the point.
A really smart decision.
Really smart decision. Really good control. That really was giving Arcadia the game beforehand. Nice return of it.
He really patrolled the net.
All right, it's now 2-0 on the game score here. This last game could decide the match here.
Yep. To determine whether we finish it at 3 sets or if we go into a 4th set.
Now, what are your predictions for this one? Because while we have seen a little less control on Hoover's side than Arcadia, that last game was a huge detriment for Arcadia. There's very little control on either side, and we're definitely seeing a lot of frustration mounting on Arcadia.
While Arcadia's mental game is a little bit critical right now, I still have hope that they will be able to finish this game off strong.
A bit of a communication error there on Arcadia almost resulted in a point for Hoover.
Yeah. An attack by the libero. Good save by Hoover's libero. And a little
lack
bit
of
too
control.
long.
Gives Hoover the first point of the game. It's always good to start off 1-0, whatever team you are.
Strong swing. It's a free ball. And a kill by Brian Liu.
Good placement there. Puts Apache's back on the board.
Tight.
Lack of communication and lack of awareness on Hoover's part gives Arcadia their second point.
And a great spike by Brian Liu.
Definitely seeing a revitalization of Arcadia here. They definitely don't want a repeat of last game.
That was an ace on Arcadia. Another kill by Brian Liu. And timeout on Hoover.
It was a really quick timeout. Hoover's coach definitely doesn't seem too happy with how they're starting off here. Looks like the game's about to get started up again.
Alex Yan is back to serve. And Hoover could not recover that free ball.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to control it, weren't able to get there in time and able to get it back over the net.
A lucky save on Hoover.
Arcadia is definitely dominating this game right now. They're not letting up, and they're definitely keeping control of the ball.
It seems they've gained a lot of momentum and seem more energized.
They really do not want a repeat of last game. You definitely saw the frustration on their faces last game about how they were letting things go. And this game, we're just seeing that lack of control and communication on Hoover's part. It's really giving Arcadia the game this time.
Mm-hmm. Good save. It's a free ball. That was a special play called the X.
Almost worked there, but Hoover's players seem to be ready for it. But a great placement by Arcadia player puts it right in the corner, right where Hoover came can't get it. Gives Arcadia another point.
Now that play that we just saw, that was when the middle, number 12, fakes a 1, which is a very short set. It's very quick. And then the opposite hitter, number 11, he swings around and goes around to the left side of the middle hitter, and that's when he hits as the middle hitter is faking.
Well, it's definitely a good idea to start pulling out the stops here. They definitely want to win this game and finish this match. Again, we're seeing that classic lack of control from Hoover. I mean, they're hitting it so hard, it looks like it's about to hit the lights of the gymnasium. Might get stuck up there.
We wouldn't want that.
Now we'd have to pull out a ladder. If we didn't have a ladder, we'd have to stack on each other's shoulders. There's no fun in that. I hate getting people's shoes on my shoulders.
And a great kill by Chris Garcia.
Timeout on Hoover's part. Yeah, Arcadia is definitely dominating this time. They're just not letting up. They're really not giving Hoover a break. And it's definitely showing that Hoover's playing. They look like they're demoralized, look like they're kind of dejected. And they're maybe starting to give up a little bit. And I'm hoping that, hopefully, right now their coach is giving a motivating speech, letting them know, hey guys, don't give up. You can do it. Patting them on the heads, giving them some water. You know, everything they need to do. Tell them some encouraging words. And hopefully they'll come back with a little more revitalized.
Arcadia has definitely come back with more momentum than last game. A good swing by Hoover's back row hitter, but unfortunately it went too long.
They got to be careful. They really do. They cannot afford right now to be giving points to Arcadia. There's a 12-point difference right now.
Another evidence of lack of control.
I'm honestly, at this point, I'm not sure which team scored more points for Arcadia. Hoover or Arcadia.
Hoover can't afford to give up those 3 points to Arcadia. And that rainbow shot went in. Seems like Arcadia was watching it, but it is kind of hard to tell when the ball's going that high.
Arcadia's got to be careful. They can't let up here just because they're so far ahead. They really got to keep their heads in the game right now.
Short. It's a free ball.
Some great defense on Hoover's part there.
Hoover tooled off of Arcadia's block. A tool is when the hitter hits against the block and they direct it so that the ball goes out.
It's definitely starting to come back maybe a little bit. It's still a huge point difference right now, but you know, as long as they keep their heads in and and they keep playing as they've been playing, they might be able to come back from this.
Great placement by Arcadia.
Gives them another point.
Another tool right there.
Good attempt at defense there on Arcadia's part, but they just ended up blocking it out. Great placement there by Arcadia. Made it real difficult for Hoover to respond.
Good serve by Ryu and Lee on Arcadia.
Lack of control and communication on Hoover's part. They just let that drop in and not make it over the net. Just out. Great spike there. Putting Arcadia really far ahead right now. 14-point difference in their favor. It'll be really hard for Hoover to come back if they could at all.
It's important that Arcadia doesn't get cocky, though, because the mentality can swing just like that.
Like right there, they could give Hoover a point there, and they keep doing that, and, well, Hoover wins the game.
Great hit by Junho Park.
While Hoover tried to defend it, they were just unable to.
Lack
Great
of
defense by
communication.
Noah. Hard spike from Hoover there, just in the right place. But it might be too little too late on Hoover's part. With 21 points for Arcadia and only 7 points for them. Great hit by Arcadia player there. Great spike, real hard. Really didn't allow the defense to block it. Puts them 3 points, Arcadia 3 points away from the game point there. What are you thinking? Is Hoover going to be able to come back from this?
I think by the looks of it, I don't think they will.
It would definitely be difficult.
Noah Morton is back to serve. Back row hit by the libero on Hoover.
Right into the net there on Arcadia's part, gives Hoover another point.
Let's see if Hoover makes a comeback. Tight pass. A little close to the net.
A little lack of control there on Arcadia's part, but they make back up. They make it up for with their defense. It's 2 points away now from the game point for Arcadia. Ooh, right into the net. Definitely not something we usually see with Michael Tomoda. He's definitely
No.
he's a really good server, and it's definitely unusual. definitely sensing a bit of maybe cockiness, a little calmness on Arcadia's side that maybe
Maybe
isn't
even just being nervous.
I'm seeing it more as cockiness right now. I think which is definitely not something they should be having right now. Last game was way too close for them to afford this one. But Hoover just gives them another point, putting them just 1 point away from winning the game and the match.
Freshman Brian Liu is back to serve.
And they gave, and there we go. Hoover giving Arcadia the game and the match.
And that's game
And,
for us.
That's it. Again, we thank you for joining us at the APN live stream of Arcadia Apaches versus Hoover Boys Volleyball. I've been Max Tedford.
This is Aaron Fong.
Thank you again. Hello and welcome back to the live stream. Thank you again for joining us at the APN live stream of Arcadia Boys Apaches Volleyball against Hoover Volleyball Boys. I'm Max Tedford again, your resident Wii Sports connoisseur, and today I was joined by
Aaron Fong, JV volleyball player.
And again, we thank you for coming. It was a great game out there, a lot of good plays. We were definitely seeing a lack of control, and I definitely think that's what decided, don't you think, Aaron?
Yes, definitely.
And it was control that was key, and we thank you for joining us, everyone at home, and we'll see you at the next live stream. I've been Max Tedford.
This has been Aaron Fong.
Signing off.